your top plays of the month.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here. And I'm really.
You can hear the roar here in Oklahoma City. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Thunder here to defend the home court, playing host to the Eastern Conference. And before we get... As hard as he works, great that he takes care of himself, too. DA. Thank you. Brent, we're already starting to hear some trade rumors out there. Is it ever too early to start making changes?
If you talk to any good GM, it's never too early to start thinking about how can I make this roster better.
Constant thought.
There are some times, though, and I think we've seen this through the years, where there might be a player that's on the roster that, whether there's a coaching change or his approach to the season, maybe it's a contract year and mentally he's not really where he needs to be, that sometimes teams examine that and think, might need to remove this now in order for us to get where we need to go. And that might be some of the reasons why, Kevin, we're hearing some names this early in the season.
Exactly. So here's Miami's starting group. We've got Hayward, D-Wade out there with Jason Kidd. Then it's Gortat, and it's Hayes in at the 4. Irving kicks to Cousins. Back to Irving. It's deflected.
You know, some might say Hayes plays the game angry, and there was definitely something angry about his defense there. What an emphatic rejection.
Here's Mullen, and he slams it one-handed.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Hayward passes to Hayes. Here's Cousins. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Cousins has got his first 2 points.
There's a lot of great things to say about DeMarcus Cousins' offensive game, but I know defenders fear the most when he's down low and picks an angle to attack you like that in the paint.
And Gortat kicks to Hayward. Shot from the top of the key, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And I ask you, what can you do? This guy is a phenomenal decision maker.
The Thunder last season, assembling a big three of Russell Westbrook, Paul George, and Carmelo Anthony, didn't mesh, Brent, like they had hoped. In your opinion, what went wrong?
Well, a bit of a down season in terms of the scoring for Melo, but reasons for that, just not as many opportunities and playing outside along the three-point line. The biggest damage last year was the Robertson injuries. It felt like in December, the OKC team started to find its stride, and Robertson going out of the lineup, there just wasn't enough of the depth on that roster to make up the difference for them defensively. And OKC never really seemed to find its footing or confidence again.
Wade gets the bucket.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
This is also one of those things where you start to think about how you're going to change your defense already. If at all possible, make someone else beat you.
From 10 feet out, and it's Cousins. That time on the assist by Holiday. 6 points here for Cousins. Kidd dishes to Hayes. And stolen by Cousins. Here's Mullen. And Hayward with the block. They retain possession. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. A three-pointer is right on target.
As the ball swung to Holiday, he did not think twice, and he let it go once he caught it. Pass, creating rhythm. Defense not anticipating that.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Oklahoma City out in front, up by 5. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Oklahoma City. One of the league's best point guards, Kyrie Irving, had this to say about his
2011, I came into a league where the point guard.
Some say, Greg, a golden age at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Irving right there with the best of them. He embraces the challenge.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
I mean, really good with their post presence, and it's really allowed them to establish a physical tone here in the first.
Well, they're attacking the rim in more than one way, and with that kind of success, I feel like the defense is going to make the adjustment. Then you start playing inside out.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Gortat is out there with Dario Saric. Then there's Murray. Then there's Dion Waiters. Well, Brent, the Heat with an experienced front office and one of the best young coaches in the league in Eric Spoelstra.
Yeah, Spo has done a remarkable job. Tremendous amount of respect around the league for the way that Eric Spoelstra goes about his business, the way he handled the title runs and all those personalities and those dynamics. He has been fantastic and will coach in Miami for as long as he wants to. The way he goes about it is pride, work, and respect for anybody that walks through those locker room doors.
The shot by Saric, no good. Oklahoma City leading by 9. And there's the pass to Mullen. Now here's Markkanen. Bagley kicks to Rozier. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Back to Markkanen. Pass to Mullen. Shot clock at 6. Over Waiters. And too long on the shot.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D. .107 left in the second quarter. The Heat need to get a shot off. Here's Saric. Off target from three-point range. The Heat, their last game, a loss to the Hornets in Charlotte. Bagley, the pass to Rozier. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Rozier's got 6 points. They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint. And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Well, this Heat organization has had such a run of success under their owner, Mickey Arison, and what Pat Riley has done to pour the foundation of the culture around Miami. Not a team likes to throw away any chance to compete or any season for that matter. And a new group in here for the Thunder. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Jackson. Anthony Davis comes in for Bagley. Drew Holiday, he's checked in for Mullen. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Rozier. Markkanen passes to Davis. Chalk up 2 there. Davis has got his first bucket of the night. And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside. Kidd dishes to Hayward. Back to Kidd. To the middle. He's looking for Hayes and finds him. And you can see Kidd's ability to pass truly is a gift. When one of his teammates is open, he is quick to get them the ball in rhythm. Taken away by Kidd. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. It's deflected and stolen by Kyrie Irving. That shot off. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. Their lead grew to a high water mark of 5 in the period. The second quarter was full of highlights for them. And as their play improved, so did their lead. They'll be carrying an 11-point edge in the second half. Shaq, your thoughts on the Thunder?
In simple truth, they just got hot. Didn't matter what the defense was doing, Ernie. They were definitely able to rise above it. Even the tough shots. Did you see that one shot? I don't know how they even went down. They can carry this over to the second. It's going to be hard to beat them, boy. Whoop.
And that should do it with the second half of...
An aerial view of downtown as we return you to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, with the Great Plains stretching off in the distance. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. One of the stories here, Cousins getting it done.
Yeah, good things happen when you maintain composure. Their shot selection has been extremely disciplined.
Hey, Greg, is there a shot that he's taken that has been
wanted to beat the rivals, not join the rivals? What do you think?
joining going on from some of the guys? Stuff just eludes me as to where it's coming from. This league has always been dominated by teams that have at least two, if not three, upper echelon superstar players that end up winning titles. So it's happening now. It happened then. It will continue to happen.
And Hayes kicks to Kidd. 6 to shoot. Shoots from 12. That shot off the mark. So the Thunder will take it the other way. Here's Cousins. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Cousins has got 8 points.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
Kidd passes to Wade. Lets it go from deep. Bangs home the trifecta. Wade's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And we know Dwayne does not take many shots from the outside, but he really knows how to pick his spots. And you look back at that 2012 finals, the Thunder lost in 5 games to the Heat. And you looked at that young talent, Durant, Westbrook, Harden, now all MVP award winners, along with Serge Ibaka, a young, talented, energetic Serge Ibaka. And it felt like there was a team that was going to rule the West for a very long time. Now, he's a heady player. He knows how to get himself going and giving his team a real advantage right now on the offensive end.
Kidd against Irving. Right side Kidd. Over Irving. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Holiday, here's Cousins, and Cousins throws it down.
That shot was all about Holiday and his ability to see the floor and the open man.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. Kidd against Irving. Pass to Gortat. And Gortat with the stuff.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Yeah, they should bring out a big razor right now, Kevin. A great start, an aggressive move to show they're not going to lay down.
12 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Rozier kicks to Cousins. 2 on the clock. Up again. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good. And so it's Oklahoma City riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And we'll be right back after this. Let's listen in on what Eric Spoelstra had to say to his team.
Trust each other. Let's get that ball moving. Right? Ball moving. No holds. No holds. Right?
Well, moving the ball is so important to these coaches.
I mean, it helps make the offense run smoothly, Kevin. When you move the ball, more scoring opportunities open up.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the floor for Miami, Charge is out there with Hayes. And it's Hayward. Then there's Dion Waiters. And it's Murray in at the guard position. Just 2 to shoot. Irving for 3. Rebound by Murray. The Heat trail by 15. To the paint. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, he's like a fumbling banker right now, dropping dimes with ease. I like how well he led his teammate on that possession. Now, the Thunder, one of the lowest rates of assists in the league last year. Also, a team that does not move the ball around all that much to gain some advantage with strong side, weak side movement. So we'll see isolation, we'll see pick and roll, and very few passes in a contest like this.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you could turn it up.
Now a timeout called by Miami. And the Thunder had great talent, but their offense hasn't allowed all their players, Brent, to flourish at the same time. Why is that?
Well, it's just a team that doesn't have a commitment to a flow style of offense. They have such great talent that I think the talent tries to take on the load sooner in offensive possessions than maybe the coaching staff would like, and they have great individual scorers. That's what these guys have done in the league for a very long time.
Jackson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And Miami with a change here, too. Gortat's checked in. It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Eric Spoelstra had some words for his team. He said, fellas, I know you're tired, but you can't coast now. You've got to go harder. This game is in sight. You got to power through and get it. Words from a champion. Back to you.
And Cousins gets it to go.
And I don't think it's unreasonable for us to have expectations of Boogie having these kind of nights.
Rozier against Waiters. Hayward, left side. Waiters against Rozier. Offensive rebound. Gortat makes it off the glass.
Tremendous effort. He will not be denied on the offensive glass.
The Thunder leading at 13. Outside Irving. On the wing. He gets to Markkanen. Rozier against Waiters. Irving from long range. Waiters grabs the miss.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass. And a contested three is not your objective. One more, maybe.
Irving surveying the floor. Passes it to Cousins. And they double up Cousins. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Irving passes to Rozier. Back to Irving. 6 to shoot. From deep. Murray with the defensive effort. Guys, no real chance for them to come back now.
Yeah, I think the focus has to be on their next game at this point.
Waiters finds Gortat. Here's Hayward. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Putting defenders in tough spots is a trait of Hayward's game. I mean, he gets his man on the back foot and forces him to either foul or give up the easy one.
He hits the first one, and that brings them to within 10. Hayward hits them both. Here's Holiday. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, we're at an early part of the season, but what did you want to accomplish tonight individually and in the team flow?
Just wanted to come out here and compete and get the win. We wanted to set a standard for ourselves. The most important thing was just coming out here and competing for my teammates and doing whatever possible to get this win.
And you all did that tonight. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long, everyone.